You are about to install Linux, but you are stuck. On one side, there's Ubuntu, the reliable king that just works. On the other side, there's Fedora, the innovation beast that's usually 6 months ahead of everyone else. But in 2026, that gap is getting smaller. Ubuntu is moving its core tools to Rust, and Fedora has finally removed X11 support. One is built for stability, the other is built for speed. By the end of this video, you will know exactly which one belongs on your hardware. In this video, we are comparing the latest versions of Ubuntu 25.10 non-LTS and Fedora 43. Before we talk about desktops, we have to get this on your drive. And honestly, this used to be the scariest part of Linux. In 2026, that's no longer true. Both Ubuntu and Fedora have rewritten their installers to make partitioning very easy. Ubuntu is now in third year of its Flutter-based installer. It's very smooth and slick. Installing Ubuntu feels less like setting up an operating system and more like setting up a brand new phone. Even advanced options like ZFS or TPM-backed full disk encryption are handled properly without no issues. Fedora has also made a big jump. The old Anaconda installer is updated with a modern web UI. It looks like a website, feels fast, and works great for remote installs. This new installer is now the default across all Fedora spins, bringing a consistent and polished experience. If you are dual booting or using manual partitioning, Ubuntu is easier for beginners thanks to its clear disk layout. Fedora's installer is much better than before, but it still assumes you know what a boot EFI partition is. It works, but it's less reassuring. Now let's talk about speed and package managers. Fedora uses DNF to install applications, manage packages, and update your system. For years, DNF was known for being very slow, but with Fedora 43, DNF 5 is now the default. It's much faster and uses less RAM, and honestly makes Ubuntu's APT feel like it's from the last decade. That said, Ubuntu 25.10 is fighting back. Ubuntu is Debian-based and ships with APT 3.1. Now this version brings a brand new APT history feature and a revamped package solver, which makes managing dependencies less painful. Now both distros comes with GNOME 49, but they look very different. Fedora 43 gives you the purest GNOME experience. It's clean, fast, and now includes the brand new focus mode and the Showtime video player by default. Ubuntu 25.10 takes that same GNOME base and adds their own flavor. You get the Ubuntu dock, app indicators, and the polished Yaru theme. Most importantly, both have officially removed the GNOME X11 session. In 2026, it's Wayland or nothing. If you are using an older NVIDIA GPU, this is where your choice matters the most. If you want a pure vanilla GNOME experience, Fedora is the better choice. If you prefer a customized version of GNOME Desktop with themes and extras, Ubuntu is the one to pick. And remember, both distros also offer multiple desktop flavors. Now this is where the friendship ends. Ubuntu is doing a great job with snaps. In 2510, snaps are faster than ever, but still they are controversial. The big change is that Ubuntu is Rustifying the operating system. Tools like sudo rs and rust core utils are now the default, making Ubuntu one of the most memory-safe distributions for beginners. It also ships with utils, which are Rust versions of basic tools like ls and cat. Some people hate this deep Rust integration, while others love it and see it as the future of Linux modernization. Fedora, on the other hand, stays much closer to the upstream vanilla Linux experience. It relies on RPM 6.0 and SE Linux for security. Fedora is also the Flatpak champion. It supports Flatpak out of the box and makes it very easy to install GUI applications like Chrome, Android Studio, IntelliJ, and much more. On top of that, Fedora offers atomic desktops like Silverblue is gaining serious momentum. If you want a system that's almost impossible to break, Fedora's atomic approach is the real winner. When it comes to productivity, both distributions offer a solid daily experience. For browsing, learning Linux, and coding, they both do the great job. And that said, Ubuntu has a slight advantage because of better software support and very easy to tinker and experiment. Gaming in 2026 is also in a great place. Both distros support HDR and variable refresh rates out of the box. However, Ubuntu 2510 still has the advantage for NVIDIA users. The installer lets you install NVIDIA 550 plus drivers with a single click. Meanwhile, Fedora still makes you go through the RPM Fusion setup. It's not a big deal for experienced users, but for beginners it can be a bit painful. If you want the most secure, Rust-powered experience with a great out-of-the-box experience and the best driver support, choose Ubuntu. It is safe and a great option. Ubuntu also offers LTS releases, which receive long-term software and security updates. If you are a beginner, I strongly recommend starting with an LTS release because it's stable and reliable. If you are a developer who wants the latest libraries, the speed of DNF5, and the cleanest GNOME experience, Fedora is the better choice. If you are comfortable setting up drivers and enabling RPM Fusion repositories, Fedora gives you a cutting-edge system with a smooth Wayland experience and top-tier performance. And that's pretty much it about Fedora versus Ubuntu. Let me know which distribution is your favorite in the comment section down below. If this video helped you, hit that like button and subscribe to see more content. Thank you so much for watching. This is been KSK Royal. I will see you in the next one.